The UFL debuts on March 30. The UFL is the result of the merger of the XFL and the USFL, and most people thought that the end result was going to look a lot more like the XFL, and one of the trademarks of the XFL, a very unique kickoff that puts 20 guys 5 yards apart deep in the receiving team's end. The NFL has actually been exploring using the XFL kickoff. The UFL will not be using the XFL kickoff. The UFL is going to use a traditional approach like the NFL and college currently use, with the ball being kicked off from the 20 to encourage more returns. Kicking it off from the 20 with no touchback to the 25 if you take a fair catch inside the 25, as the NFL adopted on a one-year basis this year. Now, Chris, when I saw that the UFL would not be using the XFL kickoff, my question was, and I started to try to gather information on whether or not that would change one way or the other, whether or not the NFL is going to continue to explore the XFL kickoff. Here's what I'm told. Fresh. This came in fresh this morning during the show. The committee work starts tomorrow in advance of the combine and the rules making and everything that will culminate in the late March league meetings where rule changes are made. The belief is that the XFL kickoff rule will not get to 24 votes. That someone other than the competition committee and the coaches is pushing for the XFL rule. And we know when we hear that, you know what that means? The people who have no football knowledge or experience, who have other agendas and other motivations, are trying to push this XFL kickoff rule. The football people don't want it, and the belief is there isn't enough of a push, enough momentum to get 24 owners to go along with adopting the XFL kickoff. So even though they've been looking at it, it looks like it's not going to make it.
Well, I don't know what to say. I think what I really want to say is I wish they would look harder at it, or I wish they would really think about it. It feels like where we're going, right, with how they set up the kickoff rules that you already explained, with how the kickers' legs are getting stronger and stronger. I mean, they're like you said in the Super Bowl on Monday, we didn't have one kickoff return. I mean, there wasn't one, right?
First time ever.
The play it's leaving, and I think we're going to continue to have that stat as we go. We're going to continue to get to playoff games and whatever, and go, oh, there was no kick return in that game, no kick return in that game. So here's one way to do it, right? And I think the way the XFL did it was fairly safe, and there's some tactical coaching and things that can go into it that certainly I think make the game schematically cool too there, right? I don't think they're going to go back to the college rule and go, hey, go back to crushing each other's heads again. Like, that's not going to happen. So the XFL one is the one that makes sense to me.
Yeah, look, I like it too. And they always worry about, well, what's going to happen? Well, try it for a year. At least we'll have some kickoff returns. The kickoff return has become a dead play, so you better have something else. That's the problem. They can't come up with anything else. And they blame it on the special teams coaches for not coming up with something else. Well, the league office needs to come up with something. Hire somebody. Get a retired special teams coach. Have a committee that's focused solely on generating and brainstorming ideas for a kickoff play that actually results in a kickoff return or two every once in a while.
It seems weird. We're gonna get Devin Hester in the Hall of Fame this year as a kick returner, and he returned a kick in the Super Bowl, and we have no kick returns in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's where we are in football right now.
Well, and the next Devin Hester better work on skills other than return specialists.
Yeah, right.
Because if you're a kickoff return guy, you don't have a place in the NFL at this point. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.